everybody and welcome. So today's collar is going to be a adjustable collar. I'm going to be using a Thane adapter with it. If you're not familiar with the Thane adapter and you want to make your own, I do have a video that I show you guys how to make your own and where to get the supplies. So I'll leave that link below. I do like Thane better than leather. Don't get me wrong, leather looks really sharp on a collar. But with Thane you can match pretty much any color to the collar that you're trying to find. So I do like the Thane, and it is easy to clean. And it's super sturdy. So if you're interested, I will leave a link below. For the cord that we'll be using today, we'll be using all 550 Paracord, and the colors are right here. I have my double cow's hitch hooked up to electric blue. If you're not familiar with how to do your double cow's hitch, I will leave a link below. I show you guys how to do the double cow's hitch and how to hook it up to your jig if you're new at that also. So like I said, this is electric blue. I have a blue blend that we'll be using, a white, and a Colonial Blue. Also, with this particular collar today, I am using 3/4 of an inch O-rings that I hooked the double cow's hitch up to. I used these in my Christmas video for last year when I did the Christmas collar. I used them for the first time on a collar and I liked how it looked. So I thought I could mix it up every once in a while and use the O-rings as well as the square rings that I use. The first color that I'm going to be adding is the Colonial Blue. And what you're going to do here is you're going to fold your Colonial Blue in half and you're going to have a loop. And what you want to do here is you're going to make another cow's hitch with the Colonial Blue. So you're going to take your Colonial Blue and you have this loop after you've folded it in half, and you're going to go down through the O-ring. Once you have your loop through the O-ring, what you can do next is just take your fingers and go up that loop and grab on to your two ends of your cord and just pull those through. And then tighten it up. Next we're going to add our blue blend, and I just had you tighten those up and now you got to loosen them up. I do apologize. So we need these cow's hitches a little bit loose because we're going to go through all three of the cow's hitches. So you can loosen them up a little bit. And I am sorry that I made you tighten them up. What you're going to want to do is, I am using a paracord needle. You don't have to, but it is handy to have one, and they're not very expensive. I get mine on paracordgalaxy.com, and all the supplies that I go through today I will leave down below for you guys to check out if you're interested in making this particular collar or finding out where I get my stuff. So I'm going to go right through all three of those cow's hitches from right to left. So I'm going to go through the 1, 2. If you do not have one of these needles and you want to make this collar, if you melt your end of your paracord of the blue blend just a little bit, it makes a hard cap so you can push it through a little bit easier. So you go from the right to the left, and you're going to pull that through, and you're going to bring your middle of your cord to the top of your work. The next cord is the white, and what you're going to do here is you're just going to go right through this cow's hitch of the Colonial Blue from right to left, and just pull that and bring that also to the middle. So for this collar, once you have all of your work nice and tight at the end, I do suggest double checking your measurements just to make sure. You can't go wrong with double checking. And you can also roll up all of your ends. It does make it a little bit easier to work with. I'm going to start with my electric blue on my right side, and what I want to do here is I'm going to go right down the middle and then go underneath that cord that is on my left. I'm going to take the cord on my left now and of the electric blue, and I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. And I'm going to go down the middle, but I'm going to go above this cord right here that I just worked. So I'm going above that, right down the middle, right like that. And then I want to bring it back up through this loop right here. Just like that. Next, I want to take my blue blend, and I'm just going to call it the blend cord to make it a little bit easier because there's quite a few blues. So I'm going to take the blend cord on my right side, and I am going to go right underneath all of my work and bring it up the middle. And then you have this loop right here that you made on your right side. I'm going to go down that loop. I'm going to take the blue blend now on my left side, and I'm going to go underneath all my work, right up the middle. And then I have this loop over here on my left side. I'm going to go down that loop. So the next thing you're going to want to do here is you're going to find your two horizontal electric blue pieces, and you can pull up on them a little bit. Then you're going to take your white that is on your right side, and you're going to go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out the right. So take the one on the right, go over and around and out the right. Next, you're going to take your white on your left side, and you're going to go over those two horizontal pieces, but you're going to go out the left this time. So go over and around and out the left. So you're on the left side of your working cord. And now for the Colonial Blue. You're going to take your Colonial Blue on the right. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces of electric blue, and you're going to come up right the middle. So you're going to go over and around and right up the middle. Next, you're going to take your other Colonial Blue, and you're going to cross over that first Colonial Blue that you put through. It's just going to cross over to the right. Then you're going to go in between the Colonial Blue and the white. And you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces again, and then go right up the middle. So you're going to go over and around and right up the middle, and you'll be on the left side of your working cord, and then you can tighten it up. Alright, so once you have that weave nice and tight, you can start it all over again. So we're going to start on my right side, and it might look a little weird because you got stuff coming like completely out of the bottom part, and it's usually, for me, it comes out of the sides, but everything is cool. So we're going to start again on our right side, and we are going to go with our electric blue again. We're going to go down the middle and then over to the left. Take your left electric blue, go underneath the cord that you just worked. You're going to go down the middle and then back up this loop on your right. Next, you're going to take your blend cord, and you're going to go right underneath all your work and then up through the middle. And then you have this loop right here. You're going to go down this loop on your right. Take the one on the left, go underneath, right up the middle, and then down this loop on your left. Next, you're going to take your blue blend on your left. You're going to go underneath your work, right up the middle, and then down this loop on your left. I'm going to take my white on my right side. I'm going to find those two horizontal electric blue pieces, and I'm going to pick them up a little bit, and I'm going to go over and around and out the right. I'm going to take the white on the left side now, over and around and out the right. Now I'm going to take my Colonial Blue that is directly on my right side, and I'm going to go around those two horizontal pieces and straight up the middle. So I'm going to go around and straight up the middle. Next, I'm going to take the one on the left and I'm going to cross over the one on my right. And then I'm going to go in between the white on my right and the Colonial Blue on my left. And I'm going to go around those two horizontal cords and come up the middle, and I'll be on the left side of my working cord. So go over and around and bring it right up. And you're on the left side of your cord, and you can tighten it up. Alright, once you have that weave done, you're going to just start all over from the beginning again. So I'm going to start on my right with my electric blue. I'm going to go down the middle and then over. Take the electric blue on my left now. I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. I'm going to go down through the middle. I'm going to be above the cord that I just worked, and then out that loop on my right side. Next, I'm going to take my blue blend and I'm going to go underneath all my work, right up the middle and down that loop. Take the blend on my left side now and I'm going to go underneath, right up the middle, and then down that loop on my left. Now I'm going to take the white on my right, pick up on those two horizontal pieces. I'm going to go over and around and out the right. Take the one on the left. I'm going to go over and around and out the left. I'm going to take my Colonial Blue and I'm going to take my Colonial Blue on the right and I'm going to go around those two horizontal pieces and I'm going to come right up the middle. I'm going to take the Colonial Blue on my left now, cross it over my right cord, and I'm going to go in between the white and the Colonial Blue, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to come straight up the middle, or be on the left side of my working cord, and then I'm going to pull everything tight. Okay, so I went a little bit further down on the collar just so you can see a bigger portion done, and this is what it's looking like, or this is what the pattern looks like so far. I'm going to continue this pattern all the way down, and I will show you guys how I do the tie off and what it looks like with the Thane attached to it. So I'm at the end of my collar and I'm going to weave in the some of the cords from the front of the collar to the back. I'm going to weave in the electric blue, the Colonial Blue, and the white. The blend I'm going to leave where it is, and I'm going to melt and squish that one down right where it is. So I'm going to start on my right side with my electric blue, and you have a gap between your work and the two cow's hitches. I'm going to go right in that gap, and I'm just going to pull it through to the other side. I'm also going to do the white as well as the white and the electric blue on the left side. Once you have those done, you can start on the Colonial Blue, and what you're going to do here is I'm going to first put through my cord that is on my left, and I'm going to put it through the hole that you have in between the two cow's hitches. I'm just going to go right through that hole, pull it through to the other side. Going to take the Colonial Blue now on my right side, and I am going to go towards the left of the cord that I just put through, and that's just to keep that spiral all the way down to the very bottom. So once you have that done, we can cut and burn them. So I'm going to start off on my side. I'm going to go about 1/4 of the way up and cut it. I'm going to fray it out a little bit. I'm going to melt the top. Try not to let it catch on fire. It happens too often to me. And now I'm going to press that down. I'm going to do the one on the opposite side the same way. Next you have all of your cords in the middle. And the way I'm going to do the middle is I'm going to do I'm going to do both whites. I'm going to do them one at a time. Then I'm going to take the electric blue and do them one at a time. And then finally I will do the Caribbean blue, and I'll also do those one at a time. You're going to cut them at the same length, about 1/4 of the way up, and then fray the edges and burn them as well. I'm going to do the white, and well, it's a little bit above 1/4. Fray it out. You can take all these other cords and hold them out of the way. Melt the top. And then squish that down. And I'll do the other side and go back and forth until I have them all done. Alright guys, so once you have that part done, you can use the collar as is. You can hook up your Thane adapter or whatever adapter you're using. You could use leather. You can hook that up and you can use the collar as it is. I am going to be putting a little bit of Gorilla Glue right in this area, and that is because I do it for every collar. I'm doing it for extra security. I do recommend it on this collar. So I use clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and I'm just going to put it on the spots that I melted. And the reason why I said that I recommend it for this collar is because of the way the top is shaped. You're just going to smear it around and let that dry. And once it's dry, I will show you guys what the finish looks like